How you doing, honey bunch?
I am doing very well, thank you. I know everyone's been like sick and everything. So, and I can hear you've been coughing and got a bit of a throat. Me too. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So, lots of love to anybody who's feeling rough at the moment.
absolutely. Yes. And
And
hello to
yeah.
everyone watching. Welcome back. It's Monday morning.
Welcome.
See, that was much more tuneful. Mine was gruff and horrible.
Sorry, I'm gonna go.
It's, it's,
Can I send a big love out to my mum, by the way, who's in bed at the moment? Because
oh,
she's very, very chesty.
my spiritual mother-in-law. We send you
I
love and healing.
know. Thank you very, very much. And how are you, Nick?
Yeah, great. I did a
My
service at the
spiritual
Guardian
hubby.
Angels. My spiritual missus. I did a service last night at Peterborough, Northborough, which is near Peterborough.
Ah,
Lovely group of people, wonderful, wonderful church. So shout out to them. Thank you for inviting me.
nice.
Unfortunately, the medium that was due to serve them was poorly, so that was a step in. There's been a lot of
Oh,
that, which is
yeah.
why we haven't got Amanda Seal today.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. She's not a very well girl, is she? She's got
no,
bad
she
ear.
is not. So we because I was due to have her on Thursday at our church, you see. So I knew she was poorly, but she was hoping
Yeah.
to. But healing sent out to, of course, the lovely Amanda Seal too.
Lots of healing to our lovely Amanda. Love you, Mandy. Yay.
Get better soon. Come and
Yes.
agony us. Come and
I
agony.
know, I know. Our beautiful agony aunt. How are we going to cope?
I
Our,
know.
our emotional crutch.
But yeah, I mean, I started the online open circle last week, and that's been keeping me busy. So
Brilliant.
that's available, and in the VIP area as well. I thought I'd share
Magic.
it.
Absolutely brilliant.
So it's
Brilliant.
busy, busy, busy. So what have you been up to, the lovely Dawn?
Yep. I've been organising myself. I've done just passed my ministerial thing, so I'm now a celebrant. Woohoo, woohoo! For a
Whoop,
year.
whoop, whoop.
For a year, then I become a minister or a reverend, whatever you want to say. And I've been doing readings and going to be doing services and in March we're starting, but I'm starting back doing the circle at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, but that's not till March. But I'll remind you when it's close to the time.
Definitely do that. And congratulations. I understand how important a role it is. And as we're spiritually bound husband and wife now,
Yes.
you have full permission to borrow my collar if you lose yours. Because
Thank you.
word of warning, they will wander. You'll put it down and you'll not know what you did with it. So have a couple of spares, trust. And of course, we have got everyone watching at home
Let's
saying
say some
hello.
hellos.
So yes, let's say hello. But really, congratulations, Dawn. It is
Thank you,
amazing.
sweethearts. Thank you very much indeed.
So
So,
over to you.
Heidi, 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 hi, Heidi,
Hi,
hi, Heidi, hi, hoody ho.
Cara
How?
McDowell. Good afternoon, Richard, Dawn, Nick, and everyone. Hope you're well. So if it's afternoon,
Where are you?
where are you, or are you just getting in ahead of
Yeah,
everyone?
Shelley Stewart. Lol. I'm always first and my lap desperate. Yeah. You probably are desperate.
Or you could call it
That's
eagerness, eager, keen. You know,
eager
ready,
fever.
ready to ravage the teddy bear, like Diane Burston's
Oh goodness me.
wonderfully gorgeous animal there. Good morning, Diane, and
Oh,
lovely, lovely beast there.
beautiful, beautiful dog. Rose Ford. Share. Hello. Oh, you've shared. Thank you
Well
very
done.
much. Hello, how are you doing today? We are very well. And little heart, thank you very much indeed. Oh,
Go on, I know you love saying it.
Kelly Rocket.
Hello,
Oh, you keep
Kelly.
doing lots of three lovely little hearts. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Whitney, hi, Richard, Dawn, and Nick, and everyone on chat. See, this is where share the love,
Family, family.
chat with each other. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Amen. Julie Shilton. Good morning, everyone. I don't know why, but whenever I say good morning, I have to say good morning. I can't say good morning. Matthew Lintott. Hello, hello. Morning, everyone. Lots of love and healing to you all. Same to you, Matthew.
Rebecca Whelan. Hi, everyone. And of course, we have the purple heart there
Purple
too.
heart.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Welcome,
I'm,
welcome,
I'm
welcome.
wearing I'm wearing my heart. It's
You
my mum got it
are.
for me
Oh,
for New Year's. It's a little Victorian heart brooch. My mum got it for me. Thank you, Mummy. Carolyn Thomas, shared and liked. Thank you very much. Oh, I didn't get to read the rest of that. Disappeared. Well, lots and lots of love to you.
and Christine Davis. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Christine. Lovely to see you again.
Oh, Matthew, I've got a bit of a sore throat. That's disappeared. Sore throat. Everyone's ill at the moment. So lots of healing to you. Lingering virus going on. Really frustrating. I know. I feel you. I feel you. Lots of healing. Lots of healing out to you. And healing out anybody who's suffering with any kind of illness, whether it be physical or mental, matters not. Healing to you, my loves.
Absolutely. And Tina Davis Elthorpe.
What a fantastic picture.
Beautiful. Welcome to you.
Daryl Golby. Morning.
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 Oh, a
Marion.
local, Marion Clabon. Morning from Norfolk.
Oh, is it
I'm
Claiborne? Sorry.
Clabon. I hope I've got it right. Anyway, just over the border in Norfolk there. Good morning.
Jackie Lewis. Hiya. Great to join you both. Oh, what's that little emoji with that little heart
They're
spinning around?
spinny hearts by the looks. Yeah.
That's cool. That's new.
I like
Ooh.
Likes it. Gina Clulo. Put-em, put-em, put-em. Good morning to you,
Carol McDowell. Lol. In Glasgow, 11:09. She's just being sarcastic then.
I love it. The preciseness. Bless.
Like it. And a purple heart. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sam Pert.
Sam Pert. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Sam. Thank you for joining us. We have Jade Maguire Lewis Handley. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Hello, hello, hello. Eunice Spinks. Good morning. Hey, hun.
Beautiful dog. We love our animals, don't we? Jackie Maguire Lewis. Oh, that should come back again. Shared and liked. Thank you very much. Remember to share, like, and subscribe.
Sarah Twink Weston. Good morning, all. And of course,
said Twink. You said Twink. That's brilliant.
Oh, sorry. Thinking of something else there. Let's not go down that rabbit hole, please. Sarah Tink Lewis.
Okay. Wayne Thomas Turner. Nick's going back to bed. I'm going to do the rest of the show.
Carrie Ann Marshall Kearns. Yay, how's everyone?
Good morning. Mother. Well, shall I say my spiritual mother. Linda Brown. Got you all. She's put lots of love back to you.
Shelley Stewart, getting biscuits out for my coffee. Good idea.
Lovely.
Definitely.
Lovely. Get me a Garibaldi, please. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Repeat. Richard says things, and it's only us that can hear him. But we start laughing, and everyone's thinking, "What's going on?" So yeah, if you know any bald men called Gary, give them my number. What's in a hunt, please? Good morning, Purple Heart to you, my gorgeous.
Good morning, Nicola.
Oh gosh.
Dear, I'm gone.
Let's get on, people.
Yeah.
Let's get on. Anyone who we haven't said good morning to, and you know you're there, and you know we love you. So good morning to you.
Good morning, and we've got lots to do today because it is one of my favourites, actually. Open Day.
Open Day.
Open Day.
So you can talk about anything you like.
Absolutely.
Oh, Matthew, we cheered you up. Thank you, Matthew. Hope that throat gets better soon, darling. You're better soon.
We aim to please and bring cheer, and literally, it's the name of the show. Brighten your day.
Chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken nuggets. Are you dipping them in your tea? Okay. Potato cakes for you Melbourneians.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. I'll stick with Gary. I'll be honest with you, I was having all ideas about. Anyway, I'll leave that. I'll just quit. Can we have
And everyone thought it was going to be me with the twink reference. You know,
I am
come on.
so sorry.
I love it. No.
Oh my life.
You know, I'm desperately trying to think of what not to mention.
No, just don't get me any hobnobs. We're fine. Right. So, Kate May. Shut up. Behave yourself. Right, Kate May. She'll be doing her tarot scope and her astrology, won't she, Nicholas?
We are really looking forward to Kate May coming along and joining us to give us an insight and look forward onto how we can progress through our week and avoid pitfalls.
Yes, wonderful. And reminders about the SPtv Awards.
Oh, yes. Please do go onto the SPtv website. And there are links on Facebook as well to nominate anyone who, and any entity actually, because churches, there is a church category. Nominate your
be part of SPtv to be
absolutely.
nominated.
And it's really a great opportunity to dish out recognition. And the fact that, you know, SPtv provides this award ceremony, but puts it for everyone is a true and genuinely wonderful thing. So if you've got a medium you've been going to for 20, 30 years and you know that they're always busy and doing stuff, there's a Lifetime Achievement Award there.
Absolutely.
If you've got a church that you attend and they're always doing wonderful things and helping people out and looking after the world of spirit, nominate them to church. And of course, you can always, you know, vote for anyone who's already been nominated.
Yeah, Richard just reminded us the votings are not actually open till March, but you can nominate now.
Registration is required to nominate, but it's literally a name and an email, and you know it's all above board and wonderfully organised and well managed and secure. And it's really simple to register. Just a name and an email. You won't get cold called or anything like that.
No, it's nothing like that.
Purposes. It's just to make sure it's secure and fair. So you know, it really is a worthy cause.
Absolutely, the unsung heroes of spiritualism.
Yeah, absolutely.
And and I was going to say something, but then I saw this message. Caroline Thomas. See, because we're throwing it open this morning. This is what we need. This is great. Okay. I've often wondered, say if a family dies in an accident, do they pass over as a unit? So if everybody's in the car at the same time, for instance, do they pass over as a unit, aware of each other, or are they taken over as individuals, not aware of their dead family members? Right. Do you want me to answer this one, Nick, or do you want to answer it?
I think you go ahead and I'll chip in. Okay. I'm sure we're going to agree on this one.
It'll be agreed. Yeah. Okay. Family members stick together, as do friends. Where they're all in a soul group, so we all go together. We all come together, and as you're probably aware, when we are near the point of passing, a relative, someone very special to us, someone important to us, will always come and to take us, so that we are not on our own. So if we're all passing together and we're all in a family unit, we're all a close friend unit, we will all meet up together, we will all pass together, and all of our relatives will be running towards us with arms open. So we will all be aware of each other. If everybody passed together, they will all be aware. And the spirit world are they are intelligence. So they know these people are all together. They know they're all family. So no one is left not knowing of each other's passing. There's no one's left. Everyone's aware.
Absolutely. And of course, if there were, for example, 5 people in the car, and 1 survived and
Mm.
hadn't passed at the same time, then those family members would, of course, be made aware by the lack of presence in that environment in which they find themselves. But
Yes.
that one has survived and needs healing and help and will be receiving that as well, because they will be reassured that yes, you've been
Absolutely.
separated, but you guys, we'll look after you, and these lovely spirit people over here will look after that one. So
Hmm.
don't worry, we've got it in hand.
Absolutely.
I experienced something a long time ago that backs up exactly what Dawn has said, I have to say. Um, and it didn't feel great at the time. As many of these wondrous things that Spirit World do, it didn't feel great at the time, but it explained to me exactly what Dawn has just said. And my guides and helpers wholeheartedly, of course, agree with exactly what Dawn. And I can't really add any more because it was just perfect answer, really, in my view.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying that; it's because it is. But what I would add is that when there is any kind of in sadness, it does happen. Large scale passing. There is a rush of spirit people from the spirit world. Almost like there's a siren go off,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
everyone
Air
who is
raid.
available descends upon that location. Because, say for instance, Auntie Margaret has passed away, and it was peaceful. It was in her sleep.
Mm.
She did not suffer. It was a smooth and painless transition where she knew it was coming and she was aware and she was ready. Then a few of her close spirit friends and family would be there to help nurture and help
Yeah,
her over
transition.
the rainbow bridge, as I love to hear it called. Especially with my connection to
Yes.
Norse mythology, and I love the rainbow bridge is beautiful. Um, so she wouldn't need as much help as someone who was suddenly ripped from the physical world, wasn't aware it was coming, may have been in pain or afraid. When that happens, there are more spirit people, loads of spirit people to go and help with the transition and give guidance and strength and healing and support. So when that happens on a higher scale, so when there is more people involved in that incident, then even more spirit people. There was something happened, and I'm not going to name it and describe
Mm.
it.
Mm.
Um, I'm just going to describe the what is the beauty of spirit, which I felt I didn't feel at the moment, because you don't feel it in the moment.
Not when you're in the moment.
But looking back, how wonderful is it that they do this? There was an event where a lot of people passed very quickly, very suddenly, unexpectedly, and not in a nice way. And I was actually stood, and I was out somewhere, and I just felt this sudden rush,
Yes.
and I went and then I patted my face because it was like, oh, that's weird. And I looked up, and in the mirror, my entire group of spirit people that I work with were looking back at me, and I said, "What's going on?" And they said,
Mm.
"We're not telling you, but we have to go and do something and help out. Do not connect in and link in until we tell you to. We will be back, but we need to go and help with something." And I splashed my face, thanked them, closed down, went out of the room that I was in, and it was on the news that something pretty major had happened. Spirit look after us, protect us, and help us, and give us what we need. And the one thing you worry about is the people you are leaving behind.
Of course.
So if they are with you, you will not be as worried about them.
Mm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful. Thank you, Nick. That really ties in really, really love, really beautifully. On the back of that, when people do pass, and it is in a time of great shock, or they have been on sickness for for a short amount of time, and it's very, very quick, it's or in a real time of shock, there are beds of sickness in the spirit world. like hospital beds, and there will be nurses who served on the earth plane, and there will be doctors and all sorts. And if you had if you died with a terrible, say you let your leg off or something, you will have plaster on your leg or whatever in the spirit world. But it's because you need it, because it's comfortable for you in your transition through from the earth plane to the spirit world, because you're in a time of shock. And if it is an emotional shock, they're not just physical but emotional, there will be doctors and nurses, clinicians that served on the earth plane that will sit there and help you, and people from the higher planes who will also come down to your to the level that you are on in the spirit planes, to comfort you and give you what you need, until you come to the realization that you no longer need these entrapments, and then you'll be able to move on seamlessly. And that's how it's, because you put it in the way that you could say God is good.
Yeah.
God is good. He gives you what you need.
Absolutely.
And in that time, that helps you transition.
And
obviously
crafty.
if you're one of us, you'll be
Absolutely. If you're aware of how it works, it does help to get you to the next stage of, right, okay, let's look at what you did with it.
what you could have won.
Here's what you could have won, and believe special prizes. But no, I mean, absolutely agree. And in actual fact, all of our experiences are made good use of.
Absolutely.
Our talents, our skills, our knowledge, our thoughts, our ways of being are very well made use of.
Yeah. Because you have to sort of think, what do doctors and nurses do when they're in the spirit world, when you haven't got a physical body to need looking after? This is what they do.
Yeah, they help out with the healing. They help out with the healing. So for example, my main coordinator in spirit was, and I know yours was too, very good at speaking publicly. So they of course would help us with the speaking of the public. My healing angel, here's where it can go a little bit skew-iffy sometimes, but it's all about the learning and the lesson and developing new skills. My healer wasn't so much of a healer, but is using the opportunity to become a healer to compensate for any deeds done on earth as it is in heaven. But would have been knowledgeable in that practice of giving healing, but wasn't always the most healing of individuals. And I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying that, because of how he portrays himself to me from the spirit world. So you can mix it up and you can do other things, but if it's helping your progress, especially. But certainly, as you said, all the doctors and nurses that live in the spirit world, of course, they're going to want to make use of their skills to help, because it's that skill of compassion.
Absolutely.
That takes you into that knowledge and of the physical side of it.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And thank you for the kind comments.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Bless you.
We do our best. Whitney, what does it mean if you go to bed, lie down, close your eyes, and then all of a sudden get visualization of tall trees, and you can feel your body rise through the trees into the blue sky?
Sounds lush, doesn't it?
Lush. And it is, and
ascension,
as ascending the dizzy heights. This one can get different answers from different people. I know, because I've heard several different answers, but when you actually look at what is being said, I personally feel that it is the same answer, just worded differently. And with the rise of social media, that happens even more so these days. For me, absolutely, the word Dawn just used, ascension. So when we, and actually, in fairness, it does tie in as a progression of the last question, really, because
yes, it does.
When we talk about, hospital beds, when we talk about beautiful gardens to nurture and tend in the world of spirit, people look at you as if, are you mad? It's the etheric
That's all
realm.
right, boy.
So what you are witnessing is your transition mediumistically between the physical
Mm.
and the spiritual realms of existence, of which there are many different layers. But the realm in which we go to in guided meditations or these visualizations and these ascensions that we experience,
Mm.
it's kind of like a halfway house. My mentor used to call it an etheric duplicate of the physical existence. It
Yeah.
is exactly as Dawn said, a way of making it easier for us to understand where it is that we are and where we're
Mm.
going. There was a wonderful phrase that was once given to me: the mind sees what it needs to see, but the soul sees what the soul sees.
Yeah.
And Whitney's just added, wasn't asleep
She
when
was.
it happened, kind of freaked
Oh,
you out.
she wasn't asleep. What happened? Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it, it it would. It really, really would
Yeah.
if you're not expecting it or ready for it. But what spirit are showing you is your ability to project yourself astrally into the higher realms of light and showing you, just what you're capable of doing and seeing. And that's to be blessed. And, you could make
Mhm.
use of it for yourself, your family, your friends. If you want to become a medium, you can make use of it like
Certainly
that.
don't be frightened of it.
But do not be frightened, because you are witnessing the most beautiful place on earth where um, infinite hope and
Mhm.
possibility exists.
Absolutely. Richard has just asked us to ask you, Whitney, what did you while this was happening, did you feel paralyzed or feel like you couldn't move at all? Um, and why are we having?
Okay. So if you could just let us know whether you felt that
Yeah,
that
because Richard
paralysis.
is as you're coming from a psychological point of view, aren't you, Richard? Yes, lovely. Yeah. So when we know about that anyway, we'll
Yeah.
and does it happen? Has it hasn't happened at all when you've been asleep? Um, has that happened to you? Basically, like Nick is saying, you're opening yourself up mediumistically, psychically, mediumistically, and you're just expanding your consciousness. You're expanding your awareness. Therefore, you are moving through the levels. You're moving up the tree into the clouds, whatever you want to say. She's put no. Didn't feel like I couldn't move at all.
Excellent. Yeah. Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're all
So
just listening to
Richard
dead
has
air,
just
completely dead air.
silence. But you all know something's coming profoundly when we do that, because we're listening
Yes.
to that little voice in our ear. And Richard has just pointed out that from the perspective of his training and knowledge and all that he's experienced, that it's brilliant that you didn't feel that, because if you did, it would mean that you feel this restriction and something in your life is holding you
Yeah.
back, and that movement would be the transition of moving forward and encouraging you to move forward from a spiritual perspective. That moment where you start lifting off, you just went,
You just went with it. Perfect.
bravo,
Lovely.
absolutely,
Lovely.
because you will be surprised what you can see. And please, please, please don't be afraid. Know that nothing can enter your space unless you allow it, and only
Mhm.
ask good before you nod off or
Yeah.
get to bed.
Yeah.
Because that moment of falling asleep, that moment where you start to relax and start to rest, and the body starts to relax
Yeah.
and the troubles of the day drift away, is exactly what we have to
Altered
do.
state of awareness.
Absolutely. It's that similar, and the brain waves start to, it is the sciencey bit. The brain waves start to change to different states, and I'm sure Richard will chip in with the right state for sleep. Brain waves, I'm sure he would know that.
Alpha, beta,
Yeah, all
REM
those ones.
sleep, all
Um,
that kind of. You should explain this on to us, because people can't hear you, Richard.
Yeah. Yeah. One of these days we'll get him on as a voice.
Him on the voice.
Him on the voice. So yeah, I mean, the state where you are
So
just
yeah,
drifting,
so you
yeah,
are expanding your consciousness.
that state where you're just drifting off is similar to what is required to be able to back into the world.
Can't hear you
Oh,
properly.
I'll move forward. So start to so when that shift changes between getting ready to sleep and the brainwaves start to change, it's that it's a very similar state of being
Mm,
to what we have to do to
yeah,
ourselves in order to connect to
yeah.
spirit. So be blessed and be bold and don't be afraid and enjoy it.
It's like daydream, isn't it?
Uh,
Right. Matthew Lintott. He's put, I've once felt like and visualized myself being taken up by alien form. When I was in my 20s, I had such a vivid, surreal experience. Always remember that night. Um, it is possible that it was genuinely happened to you. A lot of people experience this. There are many different answers for this. It could genuinely be, whether you believe in aliens or not, it genuinely could be an actual experience. Or I'm sure Richard's got a psychological explanation for it. Or it also could be that if you have an interest or an understanding of aliens, that's something that interests you, UFOs and that sort of thing. Spirit can be using your interests to communicate with you. So, sorry, Richard, what?
yeah,
Yeah,
if you've
Richard's
seen a
saying,
program within 24
yeah. So from
hours.
psychological, yeah. So actually that's not just psychological. It also ties into what I'm about to say as well. If you've watched something within the last 24 hours, it could influence your dreams, your thoughts, your dreams. Spirit know what you've watched in the last 24 hours as well, and and they're aware of that. They know what you're going to watch, all that sort of thing. So they can be using the information that you have in your brain. As I've said before, they can only use what's in your head, what you've already got in there. So they can be using that to give you experiences and communicate with you. And as our previous lady was saying about the ascension, how we have the ascension, feeling of ascension, this could be a very similar thing for you, but it's being used with aliens, because that's the thing it's in your mind. Let us know if that is actually an interest for you, because that would help us answer the question. But yes, it could absolutely be genuine, an aliens taking you on an experience. We're just listening to try and make sense of it. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So Richard's saying that you could be having a out of body experience, and your brain is trying to understand what's happening. So it's come to the easiest conclusion for your brain, and that would be the alien spaceship, alien abduction. Is that correct, Richard? Yeah. Okay. He's put, Matthew, you've said, I went into an alien life spaceship. You put lots of emojis here. It was so freaky. I actually once saw, see, you've got that interest, you've got that knowledge. So
That
that
knowledge of it.
corroborates what I'm saying. All right. I actually once saw a UFO too, for real, an actual was nothing like I've ever experienced. Right. So that corroborates, yes, very much an interest. Yeah. So that's two things. It could either be a genuine alien experience that you had, or it could be, like I said, the spirit world know you have an interest. So they are using that. They're using your interest, your focus. Like if you're very interested and good at tinkering with cars, you may get experience communication and things like that to do with automobiles and cars and different things. If you have an interest in art, Spirit will use you. They'll use whatever's in your head, whatever information you have, they utilize whatever they can. So they utilize your interest.
Absolutely. And
Please carry on.
if I may, spirit will make use of the things that you are aware of and knowledgeable of. And I will address the life on other planets in a second, but to evident that spirit will make use of any form, because let's face it, spirit are not physical form. They don't need to appear as a human body other than to let us know that they are who they are. So they are this pure form of energy that exists without shape, form, and matter. So they can make use of it. Perfect example of that is actually silver birch, because silver birch, and I'm sure many people have heard of the teachings of silver birch. Maurice Barbanell's guide to the seances and the teachings of silver birch. Silver birch was not a Native American.
No.
he used the form of to be able to reach us. Now, Matthew, please forgive me for what I'm about to say and wait till I finish saying it, because I actually grew up on UFOs, and anyone who knows me very well knows that I am an absolute geek when it comes to science fiction, and I'm quoting Babylon 5 all the time. Matthew's just said, maybe that's why they are showing me time travel and travel constant. Perhaps, yes. I asked the question as soon as I was in a position where I was able to sit and get information. The question I always wanted to ask, and I was really annoyed to begin with, because I said, is there life on other planets? Are there aliens? This is the response I got. There is only one race, the human race. We are, of course, talking of the soul. And just as you live on a different landmass to other people who also live on a different landmass on your planet, do you really think that you are the only planet that exists with some form of life upon it? I wouldn't go into any more detail, but of course, we all travel in our groups. And so if we think about it, the spirit world is infinite. The spirit world is full of infinite possibility, and the spirit world is easily reachable. And of course, if all beings are deemed one soul, one race of the human race, then they would go to that same place, but they would tend to stick together.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean to say that you can't. It's a soul, absolutely. So I don't mean to say you can't jump on a ship and go and visit them on their particular little landmass in the spirit world. Is all I'm saying. So that's my
all through the process of thought, of course.
Absolutely. So I just thought I'd throw that.
Beautiful. Wonderful. And wonderful? Why did I just say
Wunderbar?
I think wunderbar. I was trying to say wonderful, and I got taken over in my mind. And yes, wonderful. I really hope we've managed to happen to help you there, Matthew. God bless you. If I may, I would like to come to the lady. I think she was one of the first ladies we spoke to, I think. I feel like she had short blonde hair. Can I see the picture? No. That's long hair. Who was it? The first lady? No.
The question before that.
Yes. Yeah. The first. Yeah. That's her. Yes. Thank you very much. Short blonde hair. The brain was trying to work in there. Right, Carol, are you still there, my darling? Show lights. Hi from South Africa. Oh, you're from South Africa. May I have? Oh, okay, great. Right. Carolyn, I hope you're still there, sweetheart. I have a person with me. They are showing me themselves in a wheelchair. And I keep flipping between male and female. That's why I've said a person, because they are extremely, extremely skinny. And this is through illness. This person has become skinny. I want to say I'm a man. I'm male here, but I am very, very drawn, very skinny. Like I've lost an awful lot of weight. and I feel drawn, but I had a beautiful way of speaking. I had this sort of I could put on sort of dramatics, almost plummy sometimes, you know, but it wasn't my natural voice. I would sort of put it on to be, you know, um, um, I feel I wasn't in wheelchair all the time. This wheelchair was purely towards the end when I needed more support. So I'm feeling this is more of a sort of a this is a degenerative condition, and I feel it would have been like a wasting sort of, so it's sort of like a leukemia, something along those lines. Okay, please let us know if you're still here, sweetheart. He's trying to say it again. I was going to say if you're still here. He said if you're still here. Um, so he really had a way of kind of being sort of what I would class as foppish with his words. Right, he had a problem with the memory as well. The memory started to go as well at the end, and he's telling me everything. I won't use his actual word he just used, but everything started to waste away and disappear. I don't think Caroline's still here, is she, Richard? Oh, okay, 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 okay. I'm gonna pull him. I'm just trying to put him aside for now because we're not getting a response. So I'm going to put him aside. He wants me to give the name Derek out as well. If you're watching this on catch up or whatever, Caroline, yeah, or if there is anybody else, but I do feel like I was with Caroline. But if there is anybody else who feels they can take it, it may be that I can go into a link with the next person, with the person that can take it. But I do feel like this was for Caroline. So anyway, if she's not here, I won't carry on. So we'll just end with sending love and support and letting you know that person is around. If you're watching on catch up, lots of love and blessings to you. Why are you laughing, Richard?
I'm going to say, I thought it was something else, actually.
I don't know what that was.
It sounded rather guttural, is all I was saying.
Oh, Elvis Presley as well. I have to tell you, Elvis Presley would help to make the link there for you, Caroline. Okay. Oh yes, Richard's just reminded us. Yes, Lisa Marie Presley died, didn't she? Only 54. Really, really long. It was an accident, wasn't it, or something at home? I think. Oh, was it cardiac arrest? Gosh. Right. Oh, we have a two-part question coming in.
Oh, this is exciting. Two-part question.
Patricia Buckle. My son took his life on the 17th of December. Okay. Why would November be important? I know it says these are December, but November is quite important. I have to print it in. I dreamt he came and visited me and family, and some of my other family who passed were there too. Right. Okay. Oh, bless. Yes. We can have visitations. You may have heard the term visitation. Sorry, my voice is going. Sorry. Excuse me. We have visitations where spirit will come to us in our dreams, because like we spoke about, which Nick spoke about before, about we have that altered state of awareness, that altered consciousness when we are in our dream states or we're just falling to sleep. And spirit can easily use that to dip in and just let you know that they are around and they are with you. Now, in November, forgive me if I'm wrong. Oh dear, I'm all dizzy now. In November, there was an experience where this gentleman came. He was ill in November. Something happened in November because he was able to come and talk to people in November. Please let me know if this is true, because I know there was something that happened and it was an unusual experience as well. But yes, visitations often happen. They can also happen if you're daydreaming as well, because you are in an altered state. It's just their way of letting you know that they're around you.
And I suppose it really ties in again back to what you were saying at the beginning about the groups of people helping out.
Mm.
That would be their way of showing that there were people there to help and support
It's
and carry him
his
through.
dad's birthday. His dad's birthday
Ah,
in November. Lovely. But that's wonderful. But I do feel as well that if he was ill at that time, he would have been able to he would have had an experience. There was some kind of unusual spiritual experience at that time as well. Um, and obviously dad's birthday is important. Um, oh, I'm getting something from him, but I just can't get it close enough at the moment. Um, this is really difficult. Um, there was my other son found him, but he keeps seeing him hanging. Yeah, okay. This is where it's coming from. Okay. In November, bless you, thank you. In November, your brother, he was in a real state of turmoil, and he had an out of body experience. He had experiences. Um, um, sorry. He found it very, very difficult to. He was communicating with the spirit world. Okay, he was communicating with the spirit world already long before he passed. Okay. And he was able to get, but he was also hearing voices. Okay, he was hearing voices that were not of the spirit world. Okay. um there was so much turmoil in his brain, in his mind. um there was no peace. um let us know if you're still here, Patricia. um okay. Richard has just very kindly said that he would pay for a reading for you, Patricia, to have, because now is not perhaps the right kind of platform to have such an emotional connection. And it is incredibly emotional because my whole stomach is tensing up, um, and everything. And I'm feeling like I need to protect myself from connecting too strongly with this. Um, so you can choose any medium you like. It can be one of us. It doesn't have to be. But Richard will pay for that. Yes, I am. Yes, you are there.
yeah,
You are still
yeah,
there. He tried taking his life a few times. Yeah. Um, and I won't go into anymore. I won't go
yeah,
into anymore.
yeah. Just to say that that dream that you experienced was them all letting you know that he is loved and protected and has a group of people that know him and love him dearly, looking after him. As for your other son,
Yeah.
it's been
Thank
less.
you.
It's literally just coming up to a month. Um, that last vision that we have of someone we care about sticks in our head. It's been 2 years since my dad passed, for example, and I still see him as
Yeah.
he was physically at that moment of passing, and so
Mm.
and that was fairly restful for him, if not for us.
Yeah.
So when it is a really, really difficult sight that we have around us as physical beings, it is going to stick. All I can say is to your son, talk about the fun times, the laughter, talk about the silly jokes, talk about the mucking around. Try and talk about all the times that bring back the positive
Yeah.
events and memories in life,
Absolutely.
because
Expunge spirit. The spirit has
yeah,
said, expunge
wonderful word.
this memory. Not my
Absolutely.
word. I wish I could take credit for it. Expunge this memory of the visual memory. And I can see angels. I don't know if you believe in angels or not, but to me, I see you know, I can see angels. I can see lots of whites, so angels of peace around him, and comfort. And they're also going to stick with him. They said they're going to stick with him as he grows up as well, because he's going to have flashbacks, times in his life where he's going to be caught in these memories. Okay, which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
But like Nick has said, keep thinking about all those wonderful jokes and everything. My grandson was there too.
So the same for your grandson.
Grandson,
they will all be looked after from the spirit side, but they will also. We need to talk about the fun memories, because
absolutely.
There was a saying that I was once given that really, really hit home when those close to you pass. I can't promise that it will get better. You'll always miss them, and you'll always experience those flashes of grief.
Mm-hmm.
But you get better at managing it. And I've often found that it's talking about the good stuff, the silly stuff. I mean, we was taking the mick out of my dad at his funeral. You know, I think they did it for my benefit, to be fair, because I'd just done his funeral service. And we come home and we was just telling all of the silly jokes, the silly things that he used to do, the funny things that he used to do. And that helps, because you start to build a picture of the memory in your mind becomes about the silly stuff and the fun stuff, rather than those really, really painful moments that we experience. So try to talk about
those
fun.
things. Those sorry, darling. Those things that happen at the end of life, they're not that person's life.
No.
They're just how they transitioned. They're not the actual person's life. All the experiences, all the laughter, all of the mistakes, all the things they did, those are the person's life. And that's the life they will continue to have in the world of spirit. The way they passed is not their life. That was just the end of their physical life. So try your best not to hold on to that. And just send out lots and lots of healing. Lots and lots of healing.
I've actually, if you don't mind, Patricia, I have written your name down, and I will put it in my healing book as soon as I come off.
Yeah.
And that's.
Yeah, Richard said if you regarding the reading, have a look at all the different presenters of the shows on SPtv and choose whoever you're most drawn to, and Richard will contact one of them and give a reading. Pay for the reading. Deb Clark doesn't do private one-to-ones, so just not Deb Clark.
Okay. But I think it's
let's go to Deb first, and then I think we need to have our tarot scope, don't we?
Yes. Kate May. So whilst Dawn and I just have a chat and change the paradigm. Roll VT, Richard, please.
MySpiritualDirectory.com is one of the fastest growing online free listing service. Our search directory offers geolocation feature, rating ability, review system, map location, customer comment, YouTube video, gallery, social media sharing, direct contact with the lister, simple online booking and payment system. It's free to register and use. It even creates your own mini web page, which you can update at any time, and yes, it's still free, no monthly or yearly fees. 100% free. Creates your own profile page. Add social media and other links. Add a mini gallery and a YouTube video. Rating, reviews and comments. Includes online booking and payments. So, if you're looking for a medium or a reader, even a church, maybe a healer, or any other spiritual service, then visit myspiritualdirectory.com.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting our annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives through spiritual acts of kindness. Candidates can register and put themselves forward to be acknowledged. Viewers can also nominate who they feel should be recognized for an achievement. Exclusively broadcasted live on SPtv, with 100% of the public votes being announced, on Saturday the 27th of May from 7:30 p.m. For more information please visit awards.spiritualpsychicstv.online. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together. Join Matt and Kirsty tonight from 8 p.m. The show consists of answering your spiritual questions and offering free mediumship and oracle card readings. On Tuesday afternoon from 1 p.m., Wendy Lindsay offers free spiritual readings and guidance using her crystal ball. Join us tomorrow night from 8 p.m. for a demonstration of psychic art. Angela Mitchell joins us to demonstrate her mediumship.
And we are back. Hello, hello. Lovely, 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 lovely adverts there. And of course, do not forget, of course, the wonderful Matt Grogan is on Monday slot tonight, of course. And
hopefully we'll have Kirsty.
Fingers crossed. Yes, yes, yes. And of course, sending our thoughts to you, Kirsty, my love.
Yeah.
There is one correction. That the advertised show for tomorrow is not on.
Yeah.
But we've got something to tell you. Let's give an update.
Very exciting. Myself and my husband, well, my hubby, Nick Brown, we're going to be doing a little roughly 4-week course for in the lounge, in the VIP lounge. But we're going to be letting you know when that's going to happen. But it's going to be a little teaching course, like an open circle, isn't it, sort of thing?
Yeah.
With the VIPs, we will let you know. It's coming up very, very shortly.
We're ironing out the kinks.
Yeah, working things out.
You know, and
we will let you know.
I'll get the starch out and squirt it all on the calendar and iron the kinks out. But I'm really looking forward to working with you on that. Yeah, it's really because we work together every week, but again, the paradigm shifted when we were physically in the same room together. But it then just felt so natural too. And now we're going to do something different again together, which is, you know, it's all about. That's the way marriage is supposed to be. Always training.
Exactly. It's all give and take.
Absolutely. So
working together.
If you are not a VIP and would like to take part, you can become
get yourself
a VIP and
get yourself
37p a week.
Nothing.
Stuff.
VIP. I love doing that. I do it every week.
I know. The hand things.
Right. Richard has. Oh, bless you. Richard has just said that the reason that we do charge this, what we, my nan's just come in and said a pittance.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've known that term for a long time. A very small fee of 37p is because it does cost out of Richard's pocket, actually. Is it £150 a month?
Just to keep the lights on.
Just to keep it going. Yeah, just to keep us going. So that 37p is greatly appreciated. And so hence we have our VIP little special stuff that we do for you to make it all worthwhile to give back and say thank you very, very much. And everything we do here as well is completely free. Yeah. We don't get paid anything. We just offer our times. All the presenters are just offering their time, as is Richard.
All we get in return is the love that we
the love and the light.
You wonderful people watching. Yes. Oh, wow.
Deb is saying yes, she's actually launched a brand new website which Richard has helped her to get up and running, and she says that sometimes if she's drawn to give someone a private reading, that she will, but only if she's drawn to do so.
That's lovely. That is
fabulous.
Do check out Deb's website.
Medium Dead Club.
Got to watch her working live.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Awesomeness.
Yeah. Have we got a link for her website? Yeah.
Yeah, so look at that, the
Fabulous.
wonders of
Just thought
modern
I'd get you in there.
technology. There we go.
Here we are, Deb Clark, chatting with spirits.co.uk.
.co.uk. // Get on there.
Matthew says you guys are awesome. Thank you, Matthew. Right. I think we should get into Kate recorded tarot scopes. Shall we, Richard?
So
brilliant.
Excellent.
See you in a bit.
Hello, welcome to this week's tarot readings. It's the 16th of January 2023, week ahead. Can you believe we're already in the middle of January? Okay, I'm using my Astro Tarot deck because I love them. They'll be ready soon. Okay, let's go in with Aries. Ooh, dropping them already. Aries, Ace of Pentacles, Aries. You could be in line for some money, honey. Now, there might be some unexpected windfalls, some unexpected abundance, or good news around a property this week for you. Be open to enjoying some extra cash and coming up with some new ideas where the money is going to start to flow a little bit easier for you, Aries. New opportunities, particularly on a material level, are coming in. Taurus, Ace of Swords, all with aces, new beginnings, a new way of thinking, new direction, Taurus. You might have contracts coming up for you this week or important paperwork coming up this week for you. It's important that you are focused and that you are on the ball and not get too distracted. Now, things may have been a little bit of a muddle, confusion lately, Taurus, but this week you're going to have a breakthrough moment. Gemini, Queen of Swords. Watch what you say or how you say it, Geminis, this week. You might be very cutting with your words. Sometimes that is needed to clear the air, and that could be one of those times this week. Clear the air once and for all. Say it as it is. Speak your truth, but also speak in love. You don't want to regret what it is that you're saying. Sometimes not everyone enjoys hearing the truth, but it's needed to be able to move forward there. Dealing with one thing at a time, Gemini, is going to be important. Cancer, Page of Pentacles. New ideas coming for you, Cancerians, this week. Particularly fertile ideas. Ideas that have got a real good foundation or a solid base to them. You might be thinking ways of earning extra money, ways of being more practical, or you could be dealing with a younger person that may be connected to the earth sign, so a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, if that isn't yourself there. It's a very positive card indicating that ideas can take form, but you are going to have to move forward with the ideas if you want to see them shape up for you. But the ground is nice and fertile, ready. Leo, people and aces, the Knight of Pentacles, Leo. This indicates you're moving forward with some ideas. There's steadfast growth coming in. Now, Leos, this might be a bit of a boring week. It might be a bit of a plodding week for you. You might want a bit more action and fun than what you've actually got, but go with it because progress is being made. Even if it is slow and steady, you are making some headway there. Virgo, Knight of Cups. Virgo, offers here, romantic offers. Things are moving ahead in your love life or in your creative ventures, Virgos. It's going to be really important that you don't bury your head in the sand, Virgos, and that you see things for what they actually are there. But you're moving ahead nice and slowly, and be open to some creative or romantic gestures this week. Libra, Five of Cups. Now, there could be some sadness or some loss that you might have to deal with this week, Libra. However, look at the cup half full, not half empty. It could be really easy to get drawn into the sadness, into looking down, but actually you've got some really positive things coming up for you. So you need to remind yourself this week to look up and not look down. Scorpio, Ace of Cups. New beginnings, new love, new opportunities on a creative or spiritual endeavour coming in for you. This is a fabulous card for new relationships, new friendships, but very much around creativity and spirituality. Something out of the blue might come around for you, unexpected. Take it, be open and open your heart. Sagittarius, you're moving away from drama. You're moving into calmer waters. Things are going to settle down for you. There's a transition coming this week. You might not know where you're heading, but things are going to start to improve and be a lot more calmer as you reach the other side. Aquarius, no, Capricorn, endings are coming in for you this week, Capricorn. Closure, endings, something is finished, something is done with. Have a look in your life, ask yourself what needs finishing, what needs closure. Aquarius, You might be feeling bored and fed up. There's something bigger and better on the horizon for you. You're ready for a move, you're ready for a shift, you're ready for something better to come along. But you have to have patience. Look how far you've come. Pat yourself on the back. And try not to procrastinate too much, Aquarius. Do something about it. If you're not happy, do something about it. And Pisces, the 9 of Cups. Count your blessings this week, Pisces. You might be feeling very happy, very joyous, or just pleased to be in a space where you can enjoy some comfort and contentment there. Nothing stays the same forever, though, Pisces, so enjoy it while it's there. Lap it up. Count your blessings, and you can receive all that lovely law of attraction energy that you're going to be sending out. That is your week ahead tarot readings. If you want to know more, go onto my YouTube, Kate May Modern Day Mystic, and you'll see a full in-depth one there. Take care.
Hey,
Hello.
hey. Love Kate. Love Kate. Thank you for my
Thank
ace
you,
of cups.
Kate May. Thank you very much. Wonderful.
Bless you. Wonderful. And enjoy your whatever it is that
Yes,
you're
on
doing.
holiday.
Yeah, enjoy.
Lucky girl. Right. We better get into some readings, I think, hadn't we?
I think so.
Tina Hennessy is saying good morning. Good morning, Tina. Good
Hi,
morning.
Tina.
Good morning. Right. Jim Brown is I've just noticed your surname Brown. This might seem to be a surname of a lot of spirit mediums. Check it out. I know. Oh, okay. Medium
Yes,
spirit.
there are, but then there are a lot of Browns about. I mean,
there's a lot of. It's quite a popular name, isn't it?
it's funny actually. I know quite a lot of Nick Browns that I have a lot in common with. There is a minister, for example, called Nick
Yeah.
Brown, up in Yorkshire.
I remember
Because
you saying.
we're always getting the emails mixed up, and I'm getting emails for him and what have you. There was a Nick Brown that was very famous for being near where you lived, Dawn, but I'm not going to mention that.
Oh.
Being a Labour MP and being near.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that day, we're talking about
Let's
Brighten
take a
today.
moment for the plane to drop then.
Yeah. Somebody left the Sun newspaper on my desk while I was at work one day with that huge headline of the day. Little did they realise, being a closet case at the time, that it was actually true. But I'm sure there was some kind of psychic vibes going on. There are a lot of Browns about, to be fair, and it is possible, that I don't know a lot about my ancestry because we were Romany, and all of the paperwork was destroyed when my family arrived in this country. So,
so there we go. Christine Davies has said, how did you both feel when you got your first connection with spirit? Ooh, gosh.
That's a good one.
Blimey, I've got to look back. Probably, I can't remember exactly, if I'm honest, because a long time ago. But I would say it would have been one of kind of instantly knowing my personality, probably thinking, oh no, it's not, no, this is just my imagination. As 99.9% people will say the same thing, I'm sure. And then when people actually corroborate it, then you start thinking, it's almost a bit of a surprise to you. It's more of a shock to you than it is to the recipient, because you doubt yourself all the time, and and there's always that thing of never tell the psychologist that you speak to dead people.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful there. So for me personally, it was a disbelief, and then the feeling of, wow, maybe this is, but she's taking everything I'm saying. So, so that feeling of more of a disbelief for me than a wow moment.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, it depends which first connection with spirit, really, because absolutely agree with you on that one. I will say, however, the first adulthood connection with spirit, I'll be honest with you, needed a change of underwear. I'm not going to deny it. I really, really did, because I was in the drama studio at school with my mate Peter and my mate Kelly, because we were doing drama teaching for work experience. Someone like me would be into drama. And there was this shadow seeping. Well, there's a shaft of light seeping through the door, and there was this shadow moving around. Of course, there's somebody walking around outside the door, always.
Excuse me.
But then this other shadow just started forming and moving close to it, and it was disconnected from the shaft of light. So it was as though the shadow was being cast within the room, because the shadow was casting from within the room. And I could see this form building up, creating this shadow. And both Peter and I saw it, and we both shrieked. But this person stood there and looked at me and said, "I will see you again." And it was my main guide. When I started developing, it was my main guide. And I found out later, thanks to the wonders of the internet and every single bit like the halls of learning, that because I used to keep a decent diary.
Yeah.
That day was the day he passed.
Lost.
So freaked was the initial one, but very reassured as well. I don't really remember my reaction as a child, because I remember talking to my great grandmother, but I didn't know that she had passed, because she was just always there. And the fact was, she'd passed 6 months before I was born. But I didn't know that.
You didn't know that. Christine Davis says that hers was with a little girl. Sorry, I've got a cough sweet in my mouth. I apologise. A little girl. Was it an exciting experience, a positive? Did you actually see them in the room, with you? Was it in your mind? How did you experience it?
First time also seeing spirit as I do the living.
Yeah. So you did see it outwardly like that. Yeah. Beautiful. Really, really beautiful. The way I see spirit is I see them. Sometimes I see them mostly in my mind, but then I also see them outwardly as well. So like if I'll be walking around the house and I'll see family members that are in the room, but then if it's a spirit connection, it'll be inside. Stephen Law.
I read last night that spirit would give me signs to connect to the higher realms. One of them would be double digits on clocks, like 10:10, for example. Every time since I have read that, all I see is double digits when I look at the time. Are they telling me something?
Okay.
Yes. Hello.
Basically, yeah. It's just it's a hello. I mean, obviously, there are some people believe that numbers mean things.
Yes.
And there are plenty of people who there's plenty of books out there that you can read that have the actual number you can reference to, like 11. It means that angels are around you. There are all different meanings to different numbers, different correlations of numbers. But also it can be like you might see it on the microwave and then look and see it on the it can be the same thing. And what it is, it's like a wake-up call. It's like spirit saying, excuse me, hello. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put that thought in you, so there'll be your awareness of them. It could be that there's something that you need to be changing, or something that a change that's happening spiritually within you. So it's just them coming in to say, be aware, open your awareness, and say hello.
Hey.
Right.
Fabulous. Richard has just chipped in to confirm everything that Dawn has just said, because 10:10 is spiritual awareness and growth. So fabulous. And it's a phrase that you hear, you really look forward to hearing the words when Richard says, "So you were spot on." And it's lovely how that synchronicity links in, especially since the seeing of the double digits is synchronicity in itself as well.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Be blessed, Steve.
Oh, right. Richard has just said to us that It can also, I'm paraphrasing, excuse me, Richard, but it can be that someone, either yourself or someone around you, has autism. And that would mean that their guides, the helpers in the spirit world, are watching over them.
Keeping an eye.
Yeah, keeping an eye out on
Which,
them.
you know, we try not to have a set theme on this show.
We kind of have, though,
But
today.
we always end up having a flowing thread that runs through the whole show. And
Because
it is very
spirit
much
know
about
before.
protection. Yeah.
They always know.
They
That's just
always know.
something.
In actual fact, that sweet that you're sucking, is it menthol? Because I can
I'm
smell.
so sorry. Can you smell it?
I can smell it. It's I can smell it. It's funny.
Yeah.
You know,
You'll
must have been,
probably be able to taste it.
well,
It surprised me. So, Carol McDowell, she says, I was on Zoom healing meditation and my son's face, oh, yes, love it, love it. My son's face appeared on the screen. I managed to screenshot it. The medium during the Zoom felt his energy straight away, as I've had reading of her, was just amazing. Just looks as if he was still there. Beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. I have a beautiful young man with me. Beautiful looking. When I say, I genuinely mean beautiful looking boy. Very clean looking, very clean sort of appearance. And if I, oh gosh, how can I say? It's very, very sensitive, incredibly sensitive boy. Okay. And I tend to get that kind of feeling of him being more effeminate, more feminine, more of a feminine energy. Okay, more of a feminine energy, purely because he was so sensitive. Okay. Very highly intelligent, very, very clever, very, very quick to learn. And he was very good at technical things. Hence the fact technical things, see, it shows how much little I know about technical things. Hence the fact he came through on the screen, on your screen, and you were able to screenshot him, because that's just an interest that he had. He was good at tinkering, he was good. He was just good on computers. You know, he was clever. He was a clever boy. And he could have, when he got older, he could have gone into that. I don't know. Let me know if you understand that. You also, you suffer with the feeling of loss, and you feel it. People have places in their body where they feel loss. You have it right here in the center, and it affects. It can sometimes, my beautiful boy, I called him, yes, my son, bless you, bless you. He genuinely was a beautiful, angelic looking. You're suffering with this loss, but you're holding it inside here. Yes, he was very spiritual, very intelligent. Yes, he used to have a fix my TV and that. Yeah, God bless his soul. He was good at tinkering as well. Did he have a soldering iron? I know that's a random. I know. If he didn't have one, he could have easily been interested, you know. And he wants to talk about Nan. He wants to come through talking about Nan as well. Nan's important. Nan is, I'm going to say this, if you understand it or not, Nan is healing. Nan is healing. Okay. Nan is able to give healing energy for you, comfort. And she also is a great source of comfort. I've got Granddad as well now coming over, but Granddad's in the background. Okay, so so he must have passed quite a long time ago, because sometimes for me, I get people are in the background because they passed first. It's sort of a way of telling me, oh, Dawn, it's because I passed beforehand. Okay. No, but he wanted one. Magic. Thank you very much. Bless you. Well, in this, I can see this silver sort of droplets, metal. So I know that was your mum. Yeah, your Nan. I know. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, bless, bless. So granddad died first. So he was in the past. Okay. My dad passed 27 years ago. Yes. Thank you very much. Bless you for corroborating that for me. Um, there is so much. I know it's easy for us media to say love and light and stuff like that, but there is so much love and healing being sent to you from the world of spirit. Your parents are just floating about all the time. Okay, floating about all the time. I feel them, feel the floating, feel the energy, feel the healing vibrations all the time. Um, and your son, I can tell you now, is not alone. Not a million times I can tell you this. Who's the believer in fairies? Who loves fairies? Who loves fairies? Because there's loads of little oh, what's that sound? Is that someone's internet or something? Okay, sorry. There's fairies and interesting fairies. Whether this is you who has an interest, but I can see them sort of like cartoon little fairies passing around, floating around me. I have to give you, I give people, I've often given people yellow roses, but I have to give you yellow roses. Yellow roses are usually indicative of friendship. Okay. But I feel this is more like, and so like a big bouquet of yellow roses. This is from your son. Okay. A massive bouquet of yellow roses. There must be about 25, if not more, in this bouquet for you. Yes, I know they are helping me heal, doing a lot of self-healing. My granddaughter, and I love fairies. Thank you. It's such a beautiful connection because he's coming through with so much information, coming through so strongly. And you see him around you, not just this time on the thing, you also, whether you see him or not, you feel him around you, and you either have or will do see him as well. Okay, look out for reflective surfaces. And also look out, he's telling me, look out, you know, in chairs and fabric, the fabric of chairs, you'll see patterns and you will see his face. Okay, I'm going to leave you there, and I'm going to give you, oh, and ball, I've got a ball, I've got a ball, like it could be a basketball, something like that. I'm sorry, I'm so useless at knowing what these are called, but it's a ball game. Okay, it's not football, it's a ball game, but it's not football. Okay, so I'm just going to give you so much love, and I've managed not to choke on my sweet. so much love from the spirit world, from your whole family, and so much healing, and I believe in fairies. I can say that openly because I've seen fairies, and I send you all so much love and support from the world of spirit, and God bless. Thank you for working with me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though we don't work together as in the readings these days, we still have a peak.
Absolutely.
Totally understand yellow roses, and thank
Oh.
you, Michael's son. I love and miss you. And all I can say is that he's not one of these people who knew how good he looked, in the sense that he was very modest.
He was stunning, though.
But
Really
a
beautiful
stunner.
boy.
Yeah, absolutely stunner. But trying to connect with him, thanks, that's amazing. Thank you so much. My grandsons have a wee ball and play it in my hall just now with it. Yes, so he is there having a nosy.
He's watching, he knows what's happening. He's part of the fun. That's him telling me he's here with us now. Exactly. See, you know, you don't need us to tell you.
Well done. Wow.
Right. And that rounds us up for the show.
Bless you. It's been a real pleasure to be back with you.
Been a joy.
And it's been so fun to hear, you know, the joys and the successes of those that are watching, and an honor and a privilege to, you know, be of service to those that are struggling and in difficulty.
Amen.
And it's always a pleasure to have that voice in my ear, and that wonderful spirit wife of mine, Dawn, sharing the screen with me. So
my gorgeous hubby Nick.
And thank you all at home for all the love as well.
Thank you so much. Sorry, Richard. Oh. Left hand. I didn't know which one it was.
Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Somebody please take a screenshot.
Yeah, please take a screenshot.
Share it and take the mic as much as you like, because that's fun.
Yay.
This is what Richard gets us doing, you see. You know, so we have so much fun serving you on a Monday. Stephen, there is a live tonight with wonderful Matt Grogan, and perhaps Kirsty might say hello too. So do look in on that. A wonderful, wonderful show to tune in. I love Matt dearly.
They're both awesome. They're an awesome couple.
And I love chatting with Kirsty dearly too, because she tends to make witty comments and share lovely, funny things, and I tend to join in with her as well. So they are both wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people, and it's such an uplifting show as well. So do join in.
Certainly is.
And of course, thank you to Richard for keeping us on track, and
thank you for keeping us afloat, Richard.
Oh yeah, and keeping the lights on.
Yes.
And if you want to help with that, you can become a VIP for 37p a week if you so wish.
Help us pay the Lecky bill.
Pay the Lecky bill.
Yeah.
So thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you. Remember to share, like, and subscribe, and become a VIP.
And remember, throughout your week, keep it SPtv. Yes.
Oh, love it.